On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, bound for Beijing, with 239 souls on board. It was supposed to be an ordinary red-eye flight, but it never arrived. Just 40 minutes after takeoff, the plane vanished from radar without a trace. Even now, more than a decade later, the disappearance of Flight MH370 is one of the most puzzling mysteries in aviation history. No distress call, no confirmed explanation, only fragments of wreckage washing ashore years later. What really happened to MH370? And could the truth be more sinister than anyone ever imagined? It began like any other flight. MH370 departed Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 12:41 a.m. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and First Officer Farik Abdul Hamid were at the controls. The weather was clear. The plane, a Boeing 777, was in perfect working order. But at 1:21 a.m., something strange happened. The transponder, responsible for sending the plane's location to air traffic control, suddenly switched off. MH370 disappeared from civilian radar, just like that. Military radar picked it up briefly, tracking the plane as it made an unexpected turn, heading west, away from its intended route. When news broke that MH370 had vanished, search teams scrambled to locate the missing plane. Initial efforts focused on the South China Sea, along its planned flight path. But days passed and there was nothing. No debris, no emergency signals, nothing. Then, investigators made a stunning discovery. Based on satellite data, MH370 didn't crash in the South China Sea. It had flown for another 7 hours after disappearing from radar, heading south into one of the most remote parts of the Indian Ocean. At this point, theories began to emerge, some plausible, others downright bizarre. Did the pilot deliberately divert the plane in a suicide mission? Was there a catastrophic mechanical failure that left the crew incapacitated? Or was something far darker at play? One theory suggests that Captain Zahari deliberately flew the plane into the Indian Ocean in a carefully planned act of mass murder. Investigators found that he had simulated a similar flight path on his home flight simulator just weeks before. But not everyone is convinced. Another theory points to a possible hijacking or mid-air struggle. Could someone have taken control of the plane and deliberately flown it off course? In 2015, fragments of MH370 began washing ashore on beaches in the western Indian Ocean. The first piece, known as a flaperon, was found on Réunion Island. It was later confirmed to be from the missing Boeing 777. More pieces followed, but none offered definitive answers. The discovery confirmed what investigators feared most. MH370 had crashed into the Indian Ocean. But how and why? Those questions remain unanswered. Even with pieces of the plane found, the mystery deepened. Some experts believe the crew and passengers were rendered unconscious due to a sudden loss of cabin pressure, leaving the plane to fly on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. Others believe there may have been a struggle in the cockpit, one that ended tragically. After nearly a decade, MH370's disappearance remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries. Families of the 239 passengers are still waiting for answers, hoping that one day the truth will come to light. Until then, the question lingers: what really happened to Flight MH370? If you found this story as haunting and mysterious as we did, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We cover the world's most perplexing, unsolved mysteries. You won't want to miss what's coming next.